This is the best Euros team you can create. But on the other hand, this is one of the worst. As today I've created Euros FC that is in the English football leagues and has a player from each nationality competing. As today every country gets one player represented to join this team, and more can join each season. We can have Kane from England, Robertson from Scotland, even Kvicha all the way from the least favourites Georgia, as they'll all come together with obstacles in the way to try and win the Champions League. And as you can see from my setup, I've got some flags up. We've got to get Euro fever going. I can really feel it now. At the time of recording, this man's England, as I've got the England kit on, will be probably hammering Serbia. As I'm only joking, but I did just mention obstacles. We've got some rules towards this Euro rebuild. This will be a challenge, and the first thing in the challenge, we can only have one player from each nation in the team at one time. So for example, if we have Rodri in the team and want to get Yamal, Rodri has to leave. It's as crucial as that. As also, there will be a wheel involved, which I'll show you in a second, which we can only spin 3 times, which dictates our signings. And this is the wheel. You can see it's got every group on there and any section and a random section. The any section obviously means we can take any player we want, but the random section is down to a sticker pack, which is fun, but also randomized, as this is the team we have, and I said it's the worst team going. It's actually not, you know, as all these players obviously won't be going to the Euros. Of course, if I took Euros players, they'd be fairly high rated. As the highest rated now is Jolson Fernandez of Portugal, Jakob of Hungary, and Stevanovic of Serbia. As this is Southgate's squad, and something I've just realised, it's already the best it can be, everyone in the positions. We've got Adamski, a Polish striker, and Mellon, a Scottish striker. Also our English representative, an ex-Grimsby Town player, in Anthony Glennon. And we've got 5 million euros. Yes, we are using euros in the English League because it's the Euros. As let's get the ball rolling, because we're starting down in League 2. And who will our first signing be? Let's head to the wheel. We only get 3 spins of this, so starting off, it's gonna be Group A. And if you don't know what Group A looks like, it's these flags above my head. But as you can see on screen, it is Germany, Scotland, Hungary, and Switzerland. And with our weakest out of that group being Ramon Guzzo, I'm gonna look to replace him with maybe a Swiss centre-back, as he gets kicked out of the team and he will be replaced by Arnold, a 6'3" centre-back in his prime, 65-year-old. Welcome to the club. I wish I had some license kits for this, but at the time of recording, the mods are a bit iffy. Nice first signing, as I might only spin twice, you know, because I don't feel like we need that many signings for this first season. Group F, and that is lucky because our 2 worst players both reside from Group F in our Georgian and Turkish man. A pretty good spin to get in our early days, as this man from Rio Ave, who I will never get the name right, joins the Euros 11, as we're going to train him, of course, as a right back to fit in our team. Full of potential, that dude, as this is our lineup for League 2 standards. Well, apart from our goalkeeper, Simone, who I'm going to trust because he does have a bit of potential, we are probably ready to rip up League 2 this season. As before we reveal the position that we finished in, the team looks very strong on paper, and I am feeling confident about both this challenge and the channel challenge. We are trying to hit 30,000 subscribers in the quickest amount of time as possible, and we are on the road to doing that. You guys are smashing it. We are going like crackers, but we still need to get there. So if you guys are enjoying this challenge, please hit the subscribe button, as we are enjoying our League 2 life. Or what was League 2 life, Grimsby Town almost promoted and we win the league. You can't get much better than that, really. Trophy in the bag, as there's the FA Cup final, and the Carabao Cup is won by Brentford. Weird one to see. 1 season into the save, as Notts County fans, you have won the Bristol Street Motors, knocking us out in the semis, as our best player and probably too good for this level is our Portuguesa Fernandes. And it's a little bit worrying because if we want to sign another Portuguesa in the future, if there's just one player that fits in our team and he happens to be from Portugal, the man could be off. But to be fair, he's only scored 6 goals. Our top scorer was Adamski of Poland. And straight into Season 2, we've got a big challenge, and straight into changing the position of our Georgian. Very good. And we're straight up with promotion, and I am going to straight up tell you about Soccer Deal Shop, the sponsors of the channel. They do authentic Euro kits for a lot cheaper than the real things nowadays, which can be 125 quid. Outrageously expensive, as where do we want to sign? Probably a centre mid, as Samek is from the Czech Republic. We've also got Bajlic, who could get replaced, who's Austrian, Bunk, who's German, and Asare, who's from Belgium. As a lot of our major league players actually have low representatives here. You can see the Belgian player's 55 rated, the Italian 56 rated, the German 58. We've got some good improving to do if we can land on them. As the wheel starts us off, and please be any Group B. Is that the group of death in real life? Sorry to Albanians, as we've got 7 million euros. And hey, our keeper's Albanian, who we might need to replace. But I said we needed a midfielder, and Marco Frigerio. We're going to Italy this time for the 68 rated. Who comes into the midfield, but we are a goalkeeper light now, as we had to release Aloka, who was our backup. So I'm hoping this spin is going to be very nice to us. Group E. I guess we'll have to take it. As actually, I don't mind it at all, because the Romanian keeper, Florin Iacob, is actually a free agent and looks decent and could step into our first team. So I'm going to be nabbing him. Isn't that good? And oh, no, I didn't think about the releasement of a player. Luka Andronich, who looks a decent prospect, but has to leave now, as we can't have 2 Romanians. Painful, that one, but we've got 4 million euros left, and we are going to Group F. I wish it landed on any. And we're after a striker, as Aktaz, our lowest rated player in the squad. We're getting a Turkish striker. In this man, Barassi. He's from Demirspor, only 21-year-old. 2.3 million. Of course, we can afford him, so he's joining the Euros 11 to hopefully get us to the championship in England. As how good is Gareth Southgate at coaching? I like the look of that team, you know. Already a 70 rated. And sorry, Scotland fans, but Michael Mellon isn't doing it for us. Adamski into the team. He could be the next Lewandowski in these lower divisions as well. We're not going to be staying in the lower divisions. It is back-to-back promotions for this Euro rebuild. And I can't believe it, because this rebuild's supposed to be hard. Randomizing the players that we sign. And only signing 2, but unbelievable scenes for Gareth as Everton in back-to-back FA Cup finals. The Carabao Cup won by Manchester City. And the Bristol Streets this year goes to Gillingham of all teams. Not to sound disrespectful to Gillingham, do have a soft spot for the club, as I have a soft spot for this man, Jolson Fernandes, and also George, because he was the first signing that we brought in, the Georgian, and I wouldn't expect a Georgian to be our best player, but he is one of them, as the new signing, Barazi scoring 22, actually outscoring Adamski, but he got the biggest growth, +4, as we are +2 in the English divisions going into the championship, where this could get a lot harder. I think we've just got to aim to survive in the championship this season, as 10 million euros to spend. Not a bad looking budget. But the wheel decides who we sign, and it's getting difficult now because we're getting a lot of good players, as it's back to the group of death. And what position do we need? I reckon we strengthen up our defense. Arnold, our first signing, and Glennon not looking good. And the goalkeeper not looking good. Jakob, who we've just got. I want him to be a backup, really. As let's look at our choices. We can sign from Spain, Croatia, Italy, but We're going to Albania for Tomas Strakoška, an experienced veteran who is 10 years older than Simon Simoni, but of course he has to be released. The rules are the rules, and for a championship season, we needed a stronger keeper anyway, so that's the first one ticked off the list. Got him for cheaper than expected, only costing 3 million due to his age. Just please be any. Oh, it's going to be Group F again, which is going to be difficult because Fernandez is from Group F. We've also got Dorhe and then Barazi. We've got to go to the Czech Republic, as we don't want to be releasing a good player, so no Group F from now on, please, as I'm going to sign Roman Kvet, who I know I'm butchering the name of, but what about this for luck? The man he's coming in to replace, Samek, we have sold. So we're actually not losing that much money, about 900k on an improvement in the midfield, and we've still got one more spin. As we've still got the money, we've got 3 million sitting in the bank in Group C. That's England's group. We can replace Glennon. Or actually, do we want to do that? Because we've got Ambi sat in the club at 20-year-old, 56 rated, and he's from Denmark. So I'm going to release him and bring a centre-back in anyway. Alexandra Bushk, I want. 69 rated, 21. Oh, and he's just gone up a rating in the time that he's joined the club. So a bargain as he stretched our budget and he's now 70 rated. Love it, an improvement. Still iffy about Glennon and Adamski, who's low rated, but of course does know where the back of the net is. But the biggest disappointment away from the team that we are creating is this. The sticker pack I want to open. I've got plenty of them just waiting to be opened and stuck into that book, as when we roll on one of these as well, we don't have to pay a fee for a player. For example, if we open this pack here and get Bellingham, he goes straight into that championship team, which looks okay. Not many happy faces and a 19th place finish. Kind of expected. I didn't expect another promotion. So we go again next year as Everton not in the FA Cup. Maybe a Carabao for us. I'm dreaming, like in real life, of Euro success. But for this team in real life, as you can see, they are the playoff teams. Good luck to each and every one of them. As who's now our best player? It's Strakoška, the goalkeeper, who hasn't gone down a rating to be fair, and Barazi's top scorer. Nice to see the Turkish man doing well, as 10 million to spend, and hi-ho, it's off to the wheel we go to see who we get. As no Group F, please not Group F, Group C, which is England's group again. As I'm starting by looking in the free agents. Marko Pasalic. Some of you may know how much I love this man. Or let me rephrase that, love to hate this man. A hero of our Grimsby save on the second channel comes to the first channel. Oh, but am I stupid? I forgot about Jolson Fernandez. Right, that has caused a problem. Well, I guess we've got two good wingers. As you heard me right, wingers. I'm changing them all around. I want to change the formation in the future, as I've got to get position changes going on. In order to do that, as our next spin, we can sign any player. Right, that is a very good lucky spin. Especially after getting a free agent, so we've got 9 million to split between 2 players and one who can be absolutely anybody. And I think the logical thing to do, replace our lowest rated player, Dirk Asare from Belgium. We can get a lot of good Belgian players. As the player I believe I want is this man, Cisse Sandra. He looks absolutely brilliant at only 22. And he's cost 5.5 million, which is a little bit steep for the Belgian, but 4 million for our final spin. As I'm begging you, now is the time we need to land on random, but we've got any, which again could be better than random. Back-to-back Ennies. Have you ever seen anything like it? As Kreverson, the lowest rated, the Ukrainian we're going to replace. As for 4 million, Haidar Shevchenko of Montpellier. He is a regen player. Looks absolutely tremendous. Who you may have noticed to Cam, as we're going to change his formation up along with the positions to hopefully do better. And that's all because we're going to this formation. We've got a Cam in the team, 2 wingers, 1 striker. Barasi coming ahead of Adamski at the moment, but he could still get back in the team if we don't do well this season. As please tell me it's got better. Southgate, you're the one to bring football home. Or the Euros 11 to the Champions League. As where have we finished? Not near the bottom, but actually near the bottom. 16th in the Championship. What's gone wrong here then? We had a better squad this time round. Everton! FA Cup final! What's happening? Always bloody reaching it, and Man City winning the Carabao. It always bloody happens, as there's the playoff teams. A year for the red and white as wow. This is a mess. We've got our highest rated player now being Strakoshka, as I thought it was Stevanovic, who's just the same as Sandra. We've got some good rated players now who should be not that low in this league. With our top scorer as a midfielder, Kavet, and then Pasalic, Barisi only getting 12. Is it time for him to go? Because 2 embarrassing seasons in the Championship is awful. Please land next time on a randomized spin. As I know Southgate's not used to dealing with money, but 13 million euros a lot better. Can sign higher quality or get lucky with the wheel. Please land on random. Group D. I don't think we've been to Group D before. So that's refreshing, especially when our French player in the team is 62 rated. There's a lot better French players. As I don't know what's up with Monaco, but they like making quality youth players, as Ruben Bernard I want. He's finally going to replace Glennon, and he's got a silver mullet. Love him rocking that, as he can rock it on the left-hand side in our team. Along with Filip Stevanovic and his old mate Shevchenko, he should have a lot of fun here. But we need to make this better. Come on. As one thing I realised as well, we don't have a very good cam backup. Group A. Not the best. Although our German player is a cam, Daniel Bunk, who we could just replace cam for cam. As that's what we're going to do, bringing in Mohamed Damar, who's actually a better cam than Shevchenko, who's got to watch his back. That's getting tasty. As what is our next spin going to be? Random! Finally! Finally, we've got random. That means we get to save our 2 million, which wasn't enough anyway, and open one of these bad boys, which I'm so excited to do, as I am not going to be cutting at all whilst filming this. It's a gold man at the front. Who's this that we have got? It's going to be... Oh, is that Haisajanaj? I don't know. It is, and that's how I say his name. It probably isn't correct. But then we've got to release the players afterwards. Wayne Rooney we can't use. We've got this man and this man. Not many players, as I actually couldn't see them. But oh my days, that's Sabitzer. How did I not realise we got Sabitzer? If you don't know, because I haven't said, I am blind as a bat and record without glasses, as Sabitzer, welcome to the Championship in the Euros 11. As can this team go on the march and win the Championship? I think it could do, especially with this man in the side, which I don't know if the camera's going to pick up right. That is Sabitzer, if you can see. There we go. Maybe. Should have been able to see that, as I'll flick the screen, and he's the assist leader with 12 assists, playing absolutely brilliantly, or brilliantly. I can't speak, as I know one thing I can speak on, though. Promotion to the Premier League. Coming second, which isn't first, but we are still going through, as no FA Cup you just saw, and no Carabao. That's Liverpool's. As one of these teams will join us on the journey to the top division, but we're not just staying there, we want to go through the top division as well. To the Champions League, of course, as the team looks well-rounded. The defence is getting weak again with our Hungarian and Georgian. Jorge, I thought, would be here till the end of the save, but it looks like he won't be, as this man, he has been quality. Getting us up to the Premier League, even with a minus rating. He's 34. He just came here for free to help Southgate get promoted. And look at his return. 23 goals and 12 assists. Can he become English for the rest of the summer? As it's Premier League time, and we need some defenders, as 82 million euros in the bank. That's all good and dandy, as there is an alarm going off. I think I know what that means. Yes, right here we are adding a Premier League challenge. Everyone we sign from now on must be at the Euros. So we've got to get ticking. We cannot sign regens anymore like Bertrand, Bushk. I'm pretty sure he's not at the Euros. So hopefully this wheel is going to be nice to us. I'd love a random, as it's going to be Group B. Group of Death time again, and we don't need to replace Trakoshka, so we're not going to go for an Albanian, which is tricky. Because our next player's got to be at the Euros, and we probably want a Spanish one, and it's going to be expensive. Whoever it may be. Good job we've got a big budget, as one player going to the Euros who's pretty old in this game, Aymeric Laporte. As for under 20 million, that is the perfect player to step in for us, experienced in the Premier League, and should hopefully keep us up. But of course, we're not done yet, brother. We've got another spin off the wheel. Please be any. Group F. It's gonna be difficult to sign here, as our worst player in the group is this man, Karsaladze, who, of course, is in the team, and I don't want to get another Georgian. Meaning when we step up, it looks like Jolson Fernandez will be replaced. If we could sell him for a little bit of money, that would maybe help ease the pain of losing him, as a Liverpudlian Portugueser who we can sign to probably play at left back is Cancelo. Another old player, but teammates or ex-teammates with Laporte, and of course knows the Premier League very well. As I can't lie, this rebuild's been so fun, as can we get a random? It is going to be random! Back to the packs we go, as this one, who's it going to have at the front? I can't see. At the front, Bonucci, he's probably not in the game anymore. As we keep going, and I know you guys can't see these are all not actually players. Who's that, though? Yuri Tielemans. Okay, we can use him. The other one's Gareth Bale, who obviously isn't in the game, as he's there alongside Sabitzer, 84 rated, got him for free. He was at Fenerbahce with Mourinho, as I like our team right now. As how's the squad looking season number 1 in the Premier League? I don't want to go back to the Championship, but that stinky Southgate. 16th in the league. Really? 6 points off relegation, which is West Brom, Leeds and Everton. As I've got to check the squad before we go ahead and sign more players. Yuri Tielemans now the highest rated at 32, which is pretty old. Laporte and Cancelo on his way down, as our top scorer at 77 rated was Marco Pasalic. A weird first season in the Premier League, as hey, I wouldn't mind finishing top. We've got players that have finished there before. Laporte, Cancelo, and Tielemans, I believe, with Leicester, or he might not have just been there yet, as £68 million. Or sorry, euros. Euros, as go on, give us a random again. It's going to be Group B. And we've just signed Laporte from there. But to be fair, Frigero, our other Italian, is now 69 rated, and Federico Gatti could join Laporte at the back. And for only 19 million, he's here coming to the Euros 11. We could probably sign less players and spend more. And we could really do with a keeper. Group E, I don't think we've been there much, as our current keeper is from there. Jakob, it's Romania, Ukraine, who we don't want to sign from, and also Slovakia. Because look how we've looked out this time. Moldovan, a Romanian keeper, a free agent, we're going to sign. He's in Romania's IRL squad, and he's just going to replace the other Romanian. So 2 decent keepers now, but both over the age of 30, which isn't looking good, brev, but we've saved a little bit of money to go for a random pack. Let's go. I'm actually running out of them now. As let's see who we do get. Who's that in the front? No way. Is that Ardagula? It is. It's Ardagula. No need to go again. Look at that for a pull. But of course, it's a bad thing as well, because Barazzi has to leave us. Right, next year we are going to be desperate for a striker, as Adamski steps back in. Can he have a good season? I mean, if he does get some service, which he may have done in this team, I changed formation, as you can see, to fit Ardagula alongside Damar, as he's up to a 90 overall. What a pick this man was from a pack. I want to keep on opening packs now, because no chance we afford him without opening a pack, as he got 27 goals And Adamski got 16 for a +5 upgrade, which isn't bad as we don't finish bottom half. We do finish in Europe, in the Champions League in Europe. 70 points for Euros 11. That is absolutely phenomenal with the team that we had and the aging players that we had. Amazing as West Ham and Liverpool in the FA Cup final. Manchester City win the Carabao. Still waiting for a trophy, but this challenge just livened up. Bertrand has been injured, if you're wondering, and also a new centre-back, Bushk, comes into the team again. As it's gone from Messi with an aging squad to what we have right there, and it's unbelievable, really, because we've got 2 or 3 less than 70 rated, or 80 rated, sorry, and no Englishmen in the team, but with 183 million, I'm just hoping we roll Group C. As like I said this season, I probably don't want to sign 3 players as it's going to be random. We love to open these packs as we go again, and I'm going to hopefully be able to show you guys. The first one we get is going... It's Harry Kane. Oh my days, it is Harry Kane. Right, so we've got Kane, we've got Thomas Souček, and we've got Yamin Lamal. As let's go get Harry Kane. No, he's retired. No. 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 Not Harry Kane. No! And Souček's not in the game. He's retired. And Lamal, we're too late with this challenge. No, Yamin Lamal. As the only player available is this man, Ivan Swek, who I've just got to bloody put in the team. And we're going to get rid of Pasalic. What a downgrade, man, as he's going to go onto the left wing, the 31-year-old. I hate that we've had to do that. As now I think I've got to spin twice because we've got a lot of money that needs spending. Group C. I hope Phil Foden hasn't retired. He hasn't. Andy's here signing the balls as he comes into the training ground. 113 million. And he's 90 rated. It's Ivan Swek straight on the bench and Phil Foden into the team. We can swap them around again. And we've got 290 rated now. It's gone rapidly from bad to not so bad as BNE. BNE, right. We've got 70 million to go and sign any player. Great, as we're going straight in for the Dutchman, the goalkeeper, a younger one at Bart Verbruggen, but he is still 27. As I'm still unsure about the team, though, because our defense isn't looking good, but we've got 290 rated. And now we've got a solid keeper. But is it solid enough with the 79s we have in the squad to topple Real Madrid? As I still feel like we can get through that. As has this team managed to pull it through? I mean, it is looking very bright, you know. 290 rated, almost 3. Just that defense we need to fix up. As where have we finished? We finished in the Champions League spots again, sneaking in with 70 points, which I believe is the same as last year. No chance at winning it still, though, and no cup runs, even though the teams in the finals are not the best teams. Or I'll rephrase it, not rich teams. The ones you don't expect, as we actually beat Real Madrid in the Champions League group. Is it coming home? As we went into the round of 16 and lost immediately to Leverkusen, who might have gone unbeaten again. You never know, you never know. As Arda Güler scored 26 goals for us, 21 for Adamski, who is now 87 rated. But is he the man to win us the Champions League? Maybe not, because we've got a lot of money to spend second time round. But it's down to the wheel, so what's the wheel going to do? Any? Right, any. We need to be tactical here. And with Laporte getting old, oh my god, he's a free agent. Robin Lenormand, the Spaniard to replace the Spaniard in our defense, as here he is. He's 34 though, but 88 rated. We cannot pass that down. Don't be silly, as he's gonna go as the right centre-back. Right, well, we just need a right back now. And off the top of my head, I can't think of one in particular right now, but Group C, we've already got an English player. But, there is a player right here, Rasmus Højlund, who is 89 rated and too good to pass up on, so I've brought him in as another striker. Maybe a formation switch, depending on the last wheel spin. As what's it going to be? What's it going to be? It's going to be any. Okay. the best option we could have got. As with it obviously being Cancelo that we've got to get rid of, Antonio Silva has been selected by Portugal. So I'm going to bust my budget and bring him through the door. Sorry, João Cancelo, but you're gone for a big fee. As this is what we've cooked up, I've changed the formation as you can see. A lot of high-rated players, but it's a little bit weird looking. No backup striker for our Champions League campaign, but Bertrand, I just clicked the button too early, has changed to a centre-back, which moves him ahead of Gatti now into the team, and I am very much liking the look of our starting 11 on paper. I really don't know how this is going to go at all for the Euros 11, but the Champions League group isn't the worst. But can we still cook, though? Champions League graphics. Champions League graphics as it's a Champions League final team. At the Benfica Stadion, we will face PSG and we're going to show you backwards. We beat, oh my days, we beat them on penalties. Sociedad were 3-0 up in the first leg, as then we beat Marseille before that. And Real Madrid before that. No surprise as well, we top the group as we finish in the Champions League spaces on 65 points this time. So if we fail this year, we go again. As in the cups, we won one. The FA Cup, finally. As we can add that one to the cabinet, but the Carabao, Aston Villas. I didn't think we'd get this challenge done, you know. And oh, no. Arda Güler is injured. 95 rated. That's going to be great, isn't it? We're stuck with a 79 rated Tielemans, who's our captain. But in front of him, it's going to have to be Shevchenko. Shows you how truly unbalanced our team is, Arda Güler. I'm going to miss you. It's 6 weeks out. As Phil Foden, you have desperately got to carry this team. And to be fair, Rasmus Højlund was the top scorer, scoring 31. Adamski with 11. We've got a good front too. But the backup to both of them men is the Scotsman Michael Mellon, who last year was bloody playing for Morecambe in League 2. As can these lads right here topple Paris Saint-Germain. They've still got Mbappe, but we've got Gareth Southgate. And we know he is the one, as the song goes, as come on, bring football home for this Euros 11. We've got to do it, as they're trying to cause a little bit of a kick clash. Not too much to be a problem though, as it's a good run from Phil Foden. Ball in, whipped in. Terrible header, which was by Shevchenko, but he does win that header better. Rasmus Højlund round the corner. Stevanovic, Filip Stevanovic has to score, doesn't score. A good bit of early pressure though. If we could just nick a goal at the start and maybe just sit on it with our good defence. Phil Foden whipping a ball in, a header across, can't get a shot off. And here they come running at us against our 3 players at the back. It's in the middle, got a block. It's in the back of the net. First shot, Bradley Barcola always scores against me in this game. I just give up. Seriously give up. As what am I supposed to do with this team? We've got a bloody 77 rated in cam, but Rasmus Højlund tackled by their defender on the follow-up. I'm obsessed with saying it, but I'll say it again. It is not looking good, brev, as can we counter-attack? Maybe on them. We are on a balanced tactic. We've stayed that way with the massive changes to the players. I never thought to change. We have got to release the ball before they release another goal into our net. Seriously, folks, not good. Tielemans needs to try and come across. Bradley Barcola steps away. Going to be 2-0, but a good save, actually. Well in, Bart Verbruggen, as we've stole the ball off them again. Can we get a move, Rasmus Højlund? No, we're going to have to maybe use Filip Stevanovic if we can chip the ball over to him, please. And the end of that, Ronald Araujo forces a corner, and we'll take this one very quickly because I sent a goal before half-time. Phil Foden, backwards, Stevanovic, and it's a good whipped-in ball. Just away from there, man. But the counter continues over the top. Little dink. Filip Stevanovic, handball! It is going to be a penalty! Referee couldn't miss it. Filip has been brilliant to start this game. Ronald Araujo hits the hand. Who takes the spot kick? It's going to be Adamski, who's been here from the start in this save, of course. The Polishman. It's Lewandowski's regen to level it up. Great time to score it just before halftime as well. But let's not rest on our laurels and go for the kill. We've worked hard enough to get ourselves back level against the Parisians, as that's a ball through. Tielemans Could we surprise them straight away? Definitely not. Adamski with the bright decision to just give them the ball back straight away, but he's won the ball back, and Phil Foden trying to sneak behind the defense right there. Unlucky, and he did handle it, as we're going to put pressure on with Højlund. Rasmus Højlund, well in, lad. This is brilliant football. We are just keeping the pressure on them and keeping them in their half, because, look, they literally are playing for penalties, it seems. After they've whacked the ball forward, it falls straight back to us, and Shevchenko needs an option. He's got Phil Foden at the right-hand side. Phil Foden gonna shoot and hit the leg of Donnarumma with quite a woeful shot, but a free kick this time on the edge of the box. We've snuck the passing right there. Yuri Tielemans can hit bangers, as it's been all Euros 11, even without Arda Güler in the team, and it's going to go to extra time. Don't be penalties in a Euro mode. Just typical, isn't it, when we build a Euro side and that many games go to penalties in Euros, that we might have the same here. As they're going to run at us, put a ball through the middle, and a brilliant tackle from our man at the back. I think it was Bertrand, the, of course, Frenchman, as this is a runaway. Look at that step inside as well. Adamski guns away. He's gunning away to try and gun it at the goal. Good save. As if you're not aware now, this is the time that I completely speak gobbledygook. Still 1-1. I can't take this anymore. Just don't be penalties. It's not fun, as they might actually stop it from going to penalties. A good block from the number 10, I believe that was. Or maybe I'm being blind again, as can we chip that over the top for Stevankovic to beat Araujo. Good pace from the Serbian here, all the way from League 2. And it's a save for Phil Foden to hit the post. How unlucky do you want to be? But we've won the ball back again. This is Shevchenko, the Ukrainian. He's put it down the line for Adamski, who's going to try and whip a ball in. As that hits a hand? I think it has. We're not going to go to penalties, but we're going to get another late penalty in the 119th minute. It skipped the replay, but it's put Stevanovic on this one. Adamski was on the first one, as please score it straight down the middle. And the Euros 11 has surely won the Champions League with the last kick of the game. Come on, blow that whistle. Let Southgate go mental, as his football coming home. We're going to whack it, and it's home. It is home. Tielemans with the ball up the field to win the trophy for the lads that have deserved it so much. As the fight they have just put in without Arda Güler, the main man, has been extraordinary, and Tielemans really good in that game. For a 79 rated, it's been phenomenal. 39 pace or 35 pace. Absolutely obscene. As speaking of obscene, there might be more videos that are obscene. If you click one of these two videos, you might get a bit of a surprise.